As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Can your thoughts really change your reality? Here are 5 gems from James Allen's 100-plus-year-old super classic. Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are. The Secret, a book on the law of attraction, exploded in popularity in the early 2000s after being promoted heavily by Oprah Winfrey. In its wake came hundreds of new books that promised that you could get whatever you wanted if you just focused, visualized, and thought positively about it. The idea sounds great. It tickles our mind's fancy, the love for nothing but instant gratification and low resistance. However, in reality, the world does not work like this. If it did, the 30 million people who bought The Secret should all be celebrities, real estate moguls, top athletes, and achieved other amazing results. But no, they're not. They're just normal people. Wanting is not enough. You need to align your burning desire with correct action. Wanting to lose fat's not good enough. You must become a health-conscious person who legitimately cares about how they treat their body. Once you make the fundamental change in who you are, your body will also follow suit. Wanting to be rich, to be a millionaire, is simply not enough. You need to develop millionaire habits and the mindset and start looking at the world through those glasses, seeing how and where you can add value and which emerging trends you can ride. It is simple, really simple advice, however many of us do not follow it. If we did, we would all be where we wanted to be by now. The body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberately chosen or automatically expressed. Your brain regulates the autonomic nervous system. It helps keep your heart beating, lungs breathing, and your organs organing. Yes, I just made that word up. All these things happen at an unconscious level. However, it is known that the conscious mind can affect the unconscious. Just talk to anyone who suffers from panic attacks due to an overactive amygdala. They can experience extreme changes in their physiology. Breathing difficulties, chest pains, racing hearts, terror and impending death, even from just being in an elevator. These bodily reactions come from the mind. The person first has to freak themselves out before the body reacts. Stress has been known for years to be detrimental to health. Stress largely being created by our own conscious thoughts and judgments of situations. Many doctors actually refuse to perform operations on patients that are stressed due to their chances of survival being lowered. The study of how our minds impact our health is called psychoneuroimmunology. James Allen was truly ahead of his time when he said that the body obeys the mind. A man's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. Gardens come in many forms, some neat and tidy, some barren and overrun by weeds. Our minds are the same. The quality of your mind is truly up to you. If you choose destructive behaviors such as excessive video games, pornography, mainstream media, and negative thinking, your mind will be like the weeded garden. If you read, meditate, play an instrument, work on puzzles, and create art, then your mind will reflect Eden. We have the ability to change our mind. Neuroplasticity has shown us that our brains can physically change. For example, London taxi drivers forced to remember routes were observed to have a bigger hippocampus than the average person, a brain region that's associated with memory and spatial relationships. Buddhist monks who were scanned with an MRI were noted to have more gray matters than the average person due to their deliberate meditation practice. If you want to accomplish great things, you must remove the weeds and allow the mind to grow naturally. Look at the masses and see what activities they do, what they engage in. If you do the same thing as them, you will surely get the same result through having the same mind. Look at successful people and notice how their habits are different. Pay attention to what they do and follow those, and your mind will begin to clear up. A person is limited only by the thoughts that he chooses. Every great invention and achievement was once a single thought. The realization of that thought and its manifestation into the real world came through faith that it was possible and decisive action. When PayPal was conceptualized, no one took online banking seriously. Facebook and other social medias were thought to be for kids. When cryptocurrency was invented, most people didn't think it would amount to much. Hell, even electricity was a game changer, or going to the moon. Many things that we once believed were impossible are now commonplace. The world is always changing and advancing. We don't really know what's possible until someone does it. A 4-minute mile was thought to be impossible until it was achieved by Roger Bannister in 1954. Today, over 500 people have broken that record. After Eddie Hall smashed the world record deadlift by a long shot, lifting the said to be impossible half a ton, 500 kilograms, more people are now itching closer to that record. The select few who choose to allow their thoughts to take whatever form they want without shame or embarrassment are the ones who expand the limits of humanity. Whatever thought you have, assume first that it's possible, and then think about what actions are needed to realize that thought. The sole and supreme use of suffering is to purify, to burn out all that is useless and impure. We all go through tough circumstances in life. These circumstances should not be put to waste as they can provide great lessons about ourselves. James Allen once said, "Circumstance does not make the man, it reveals him to himself." Learn about your weaknesses through your suffering so that you can become a better man. Let's take the example of losing your father, perhaps one of the toughest situations one can be in. How do you act? Do you crumble and hide in a hole? Or do you mourn while still keeping your composure and having the strength of mind to handle any impending business? Do people look at you as a rock during the situation, or are you a lost one too? Use your suffering to make you stronger, to help you deal with future contingencies with wisdom. Situations can either make you better, more durable, or they can destroy you. Your perception about the events that happen to you is what's most important. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." As you can see, James Allen was ahead of his time. Now pay attention to your thoughts because they will shape your life. Do this and you'll be one step closer to living and dying well. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell notifications so we can see more of each other. Until next time.